Hey guys, been a while since we all were on a video together, but here we are. While I was at work, I was thinking about trying to do something to get answers and advice from the ones who are actually having a lot of issues. May not be mine in particular, but teens. What better way to find out what teens feel about what's going on today versus things that happened or the way things were done in the past? What better way to get the information than from getting it from teens? Do you think that things are different today from the stories you hear about how things were in the past?
People have not and really won't change that much because if their generation had the same things that our generation have, they wouldn't be too different from how ours is. So, not with the people, but the things they did, yeah.
Manners have gotten bad, and I don't know. I'm fully aware that we are like both generations are spoiled, and it's gonna get worse over time. And if anything, that come home before the street lights need to be initiated now because it's more dangerous now than it was before. So that's something that needs to stay because it's getting bad. I don't even want to go outside the doorstep by the time the sun's set.
So, does it sound like the rules and regulations that were in place for my generation or generations close to mine were better then or worse?
Neither.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of neutralized because the
Ours kind of would, you would kind of say better in some ways, and theirs, y'all's would be better in some ways too. So
we both have pros and cons.
We had curfews. A lot of us did not have expensive things. There were no cell phones all over the place. All we did was play outside. Do you feel that those ways worked better for children than the way things are today?
We did play outside quite a bit, but after that, like once mama hit us with that computer system, that went out the window.
But
I didn't want to talk to nobody because I had fun playing games.
with social media wise, there are like 11-year-olds. Now I seen like a 9-year-old on Instagram.
It made me not want to be on there anymore actually because it's starting to get on my
Yeah, you
nerves.
got 13-year-olds and 12-year-olds in the comment section trying to argue with older people.
And then there's not really much to do because personally with us, we don't have that many people we talk to anyway.
And then, like 12 and under, or whatever, and 14 and under, like, try and fit into everything. So they're on social media trying to be something they're not. I've seen where some like 11-year-olds and 9-year-olds were in comment section
They said some nasty stuff.
Yeah, and then also dogging grown men who are these stars out because they're grown men talking about grown stuff.
Kind of like how Hannah Montana and now she's Miley Cyrus and everybody was mad because of that. Like they expect
They're
her to stay
adults.
15.
How often do you and your peers have conversations, like if you're in your groups or anything, you go out somewhere or at school, without anyone using a cell phone?
When I did have friends, and I hung out with them, excluding like one person, the rest they didn't have their cell phones.
When my generation was younger, we were taught to defend ourselves, not to allow anyone to bully us by hitting on us. I was told to ignore the picking. They're taunting you, talking about you, cracking jokes about your mama, all that stuff. Ignore all of that. Keep your hands to yourself unless the child hits you, and then fight. Win or lose, you still defended yourself and did not cower down to the bully. What do you guys think about that way of teaching?
See, you taught me that.
That's good.
It is good. That's a good way to do it. These teachers, you're gonna have to fight for yourself and for yourself only, and even for some other people that you know, because they're not gonna do anything. You're gonna have to do it.
What would you say to the parents that would hear this particular part of the subject and say that we are wrong, or I am wrong for saying those things? You're teaching a child a hit, you're teaching a child violence.
I mean, in order to defend yourself, you just might have to, but it doesn't really have to result in hitting all the time.
What do you think adults need to do to fix the situation?
Starters don't give the younger age electronic.